to intervention approach, preschool alphabet letter recognition. Our meeting agenda is we're going to discuss the PLC norms. I'm going to preview the presentation using the table of contents, read the vision statement, discuss the problem statement that occurred in my classroom, which was alphabet letter knowledge. And I'm going to discuss the response to intervention model that I've used, and discuss the intervention data, and we'll all discuss next step as a group. And I'm going to let you know the technology-based resources that I used. Okay, the table of contents is my vision statement, PLC norms, my problem statement, basically everything I just kind of went over and told you. My vision is to create a comfortable, nurturing classroom culture where preschool students can gain knowledge through instruction, exploration, and play. I want a classroom environment that reflects diversity, where all students can learn and grow. I desire to provide support to all students as I guide them in learning the foundational skills that will build a basis for a lifetime of learning. All right. Our PLC norms, we're going to start on time and end on time. Student information will remain confidential. I've given you kind of a little post-it that has the students that I will be discussing, but it won't be on the PowerPoint because this will be uploaded to YouTube. And everyone will have the opportunity to share ideas. Okay, my problem statement in my classroom, alphabet letter recognition is the ability to recognize and name uppercase and lowercase alphabet letters. This is a foundational academic skill that is necessary for future reading and writing success. According to current data that I have taken, there are currently 4 students in my classroom that were far below their same age peers in alphabet letter recognition. And this is what we use. This is a rubric we use for data collection. It's Teaching Strategies Gold. I can rate my students on several levels. Level 1, or level 0 is not yet. Some students were there. They were at the not yet level. Level 1 kind of falls in between. They may know 1 letter. Level 2 is they can name a few letters, but especially in their own name. Level 3 falls between level 2 and level 4, which is recognizes and names as many as 10 letters, especially in their own name. And level 6 goes on up to knowing 11 to 20. A lot of peers were here in this area, and I'll show you that in just a second. But the students that I had concern with were falling in this lower end. Okay, so I did some research to see what I could do to assist these students in meeting some goals that I had for them. One of the things that consistently appeared was response to intervention, and we've heard this in the elementary grades, never really for the preschool environment. But this article highlighted that you could use the RTI approach in the preschool setting with just the small group intervention. That's what they suggested. So I thought, so in preschool, the approach to intervention in the RTI model is the standard protocol. Instead of an individually designed intervention that are developed and modified in response to individual student needs, the standard protocol for preschool is the small group. And so that's what I used. Some of the strategies that I used was alphabet letter games. I pulled the 4 students with me in smaller groups. Of course, it's preschool, so we use more of a hands-on method. The letter hunt, I would hide letters in the sand, and they would dig them out. So that was a fun way for them to experiment letters. Alphabet sort, I used sorting trays, and I would have like A, B, C, D, E, and I would get magnetic letters or foam letters, and they would sort those letters, and we would talk about the alphabet letters. And alphabet soup, we would put alphabet letters in a bowl, and they would scoop out and still explore those alphabet letters. And the stories that we honed in on was ABC, An Amazing Alphabet Book, and it's by Dr. Seuss, and Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Okay, the data comparison that I had, this was the pre-assessment that I was discussing, where I had student 1, 2, 3, and 4 were on the not yet side. They didn't have any alphabet letter knowledge. After the intervention, I still had 1 in the not yet. Student 1 was still not able to identify any alphabet letters. Pre-assessment for student 2 and 4 were still on level, they were on level 1 and they remained on level 1. And then, I'm sorry, student 2 and student 3. And student 4, he actually did move up to a level 1. But my goal for these students were to get them all to move to level 2, which is recognizes and names letters that are in their own name. And that was my actual goal. And one of the 4 students did meet that goal, but 3 did not. So
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How many weeks did you do this?
It was a 2-week intervention.
2-week intervention.
And this is just a comparison that shows my pre and post. I had several, the majority of the students that I have are on level 3. And you can see that the other ones were far behind. I had 4 that was actually at the not yet level, which I considered a level 0. Okay. So I felt like some modifications needed to be done in order to continually meet their needs. I did a little more research, and it said an effective core curriculum is the foundation to successful RTI implementation. Small groups, supplemental interventions cannot be successful if too many students demonstrate skill deficits, which I felt like that was the area where we were there. Recent studies found moderate to large effects for various technologies, including personal computers, game-like curricula, and interactive simulations, which suggests that schools could use technology to improve core instruction. And I do know that we have several resources, technology-based resources that we could use in combination with the small group intervention. I thought maybe that would help improve student success. So, according to the research, response to intervention, small group intervention may be combined with technology-based resources to enhance instruction in order to assist students in achieving the goal of moving to a level 2 on the Teaching Strategies Gold rubric. So I utilized the following technology. I used Footsteps to Brilliance. There's a capital letter recognition game where they see it and catch it, and that really proved to be successful with them. They really enjoyed doing that. Very interactive. An ABC Mouse, Asteroid Alphabet Blaster. They enjoyed doing that. That was a very fun activity for them too. So that was another week and a half worth of intervention for that. My end result was, my overall goal, of course, was to move all 4 students from level 0 to level 2. The end result of this intervention model that I used, 3 of the 4 students met my goal. They all moved to a level 2. One of the 4 students exceeded the goal, and she moved on to a level 3. So the combination of the small group intensive intervention along with technology proved to be successful in this area. And this is more of it's the same information, it's just each visual. So now I have 9 students that are a level 3. I have 5 students at a level 2, and I have 0 students at a level 0. So I feel like it was very successful. Okay. My next steps that I would like to accomplish is to continue utilizing the RTI small group intervention, and it doesn't necessarily have to just be for alphabet letter recognition. I feel like we can use this in a lot of other academic areas. Utilizing technology-based resources to supplement small groups and large groups. Actually, I should have put that in there also. Continue to collect and analyze data to determine future instruction, and to continue using the RTI model in other areas of instruction to meet other student needs. And this is the technology resources that I use throughout this. It's the smartboard, laptop, printer, Microsoft Office, and Footsteps to Brilliance app, and ABC Mouse app. And these are my references. And what do you guys think?
So are you gonna continue to monitor those 4 students to see if they maintain the gains
Yes.
and continue to progress?
Yeah, I plan to use just informal teacher observation checklists and things like that, and we are now in our Teaching Strategies Gold window, so I'll continue monitoring it on that basis. too.
Have you thought about taking some of those that are on the upper end and try to push them to the next level?
Yes, but I do have to collaborate with the kindergarten teachers to see where they would like for them to go from there. Because actually, those students have mastered alphabet letter sounds. So my next step would be sight words, but I do want to collaborate with the kindergarten teachers to see what else they want to do. Anything else?
Did you feel like the technology helped a lot
Yes,
from your experience?
definitely. And they just added another level of learning, because some of them, that's how they learn best is through technology. So that just kind of added that to that. And and it also helped with one student with her skills. She has some fine motor
Oh,
issues, and so her utilizing the iPad really it just gave her that extra practice also. All right, I think unless you guys have any more questions, I think our time is up.